promised, this is part one of several mini-series that I'm going to be doing explaining exactly what Bad Stew Record East is. First and foremost, let me thank everybody for the enormous support of opening this company back here in my hometown of Mercer, Pennsylvania. First out, I want to start by saying that a lot of people don't know what Bad Stew Records is. Bad Stew Records is a audiovisual production company that was founded in 2009 after the passing of my grandmother, Susan Balko. The morning after she passed away, I woke up with this image in my head of what this company was going to be and what this company was going to stand for. It took several months to actually get it to be legalized and acquire all the equipment needed. But this particular series today that I'm going to be discussing with you guys starts where Bad Stew Records itself started as a company, and that's right here in the recording studio. Over the years, we collected many different guitars. We have a house drum kit that can be used, some house cymbals that can be used. The only thing that we ask drummers is you bring your pedals, you bring your throne, and you bring the snare drum of your choice. Everything else we can supply here for the most part, but that is something that we'll discuss with you before it comes down to doing your project. I've spent a lot of years developing my craft when it comes to the studio portion of this business, and I've had the opportunity to deal with many different engineers over time. Some engineers who worked with such bands as Megadeth. Worked with an engineer who was on 2 Pink Floyd albums. I worked with an engineer that was on a Five Finger Death Punch album. Worked on a Papa Roach album. Worked on an In This Moment album. I've been able to be in many different studios over the years. I've also won various radio awards and been a part of many debut albums that have, not just went out, through your distribution platforms, but also a lot of them have made the radio as well. A lot of this that I do, and I hate to say that my own band, Beat Avenue, is a guinea pig, but my band has been a guinea pig over the years for me to develop what I know. And very recently I've actually had someone come in to this company that I didn't have before, and that's my singer, George Rodinas. George has spent over 2 decades in the music industry, both behind the scenes, as a studio engineer and live sound, and he's also been a frontman in a variety of different bands, and including the band that he literally came from to join up with us out in Las Vegas. George is a hell of a producer. When you talk about having somebody by your side who doesn't care if you want to hear what he has to say, he's going to tell you what he has to say because he wants the best for the song. That's this particular guy. And this is something that me and him have decided that we were going to do together in our downtime from touring and being in our own band. We were going to work together and team up to produce and record different bands and artists. My strong suits are more along the hip-hop, the R&B, the jazz, alternative rock, where his are more catered to the hard side, the heavy metal, the death metal. But between the two of us, we've definitely got you covered. A lot of people have been asking me about this particular console. This is the AMP Mix 1. This is the only one of its kind. This is a board that I personally designed, and this is a board that I've actually not had in any other studio. I built it once I got back here to Pennsylvania. Built the desk, upholstered everything, arranged everything. Now the one thing that I tell people is this particular desk, you can go to the store and you can buy all the pieces that are in it. These are just pieces that I particularly enjoy. These are also things that some of them I've actually had to track down over the years. But you won't know exactly what they are because I've colored the majority of them. I've colored them so you can't see them. The only reason that I've left a few of these units where I haven't colored them in is because I was endorsed by Personas for very many years before they did away with the endorsement program. And it's something that I still hold very near and dear to my heart. So I show that particular brand. But things like this, I collected this from Les Warner, the drummer for The Cult. I got this out of his studio. This vintage 1953 Mike Free. This took me a couple years just to track down. Same with the headphone unit. You know, there's pretty much dual sets on each side. There's a series of 4 mic pre's plus the 12 channels, plus the additional 12 channels in the room mixer as well. This is a 2436 console. You know, pretty much have everything for anybody's needs, and everything is run through a series of patch bays, which if I do get an outside engineer or producer, it's a little bit easier because now everything's patched in and I have a chart for the patch to where you can run a session. The beauty part about it is you can run this entire desk off of a laptop. And that's kind of how I designed it, to where if you want to bring in something into this studio that's yours and you're comfortable with, because everybody has a different DAW system that they like. I personally use Pro Tools and Ableton. But you might have somebody who works off of Logic or someone who works off of Nuendo. Just bring your computer. We plug everything in. Everything runs through the system. We're a full-fledged recording studio. You know, we pretty much got you covered. As far as our official opening day for the recording studio was actually May 11, 2018, and that's my grandmother's birthday. As of right now, we are available for mixing and mastering. If you just send us your files or send us your stems, we can actually mix and master currently, but the studio itself will not be open until May 11th. Well, that wraps up the first segment. I appreciate you guys watching this. The next couple of segments, we'll talk about our photography services, our video services, which is also, you know, for music videos and things. And we are going to be starting a TV series called Frequency, so watch for that coming up here hopefully in the summertime. We're going to start filming here pretty soon. And I will also be able to explain about graphic design and custom-made guitars and merchandise and the people who are behind each particular section of this company. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. My name is Furby 2 Chainz, and I'll be seeing you guys later.